Imagine if Naoki Yoshida just started calling everyone haters when people were criticizing Final Fantasy XIV. Imagine if they had this attitude not gonna back down an inch, and we wouldn't have seen the amazing transition that is Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. Let's use another example, No Man's Sky. Imagine if Sean Murray and his team did the same. We more than likely wouldn't have one of the greatest comeback stories in modern gaming. They didn't whine, they didn't call everyone a hater, they didn't become toxic, they went dark and didn't come back until the game was fixed. There's many examples. The point is, I don't think there's any hope for the reboot, or the franchise for that matter, so as long as Volition is in charge. There's only one thing worse than bad management, and that's bad management in denial. Now here's how they think they can separate their actions from the game. You'll have actual developers, artists, community managers using their own personal accounts to act a fool. Therefore, when someone like myself challenges it, they'll just point to the Saints Row official Twitter and say, look, we're not doing anything. This person is clearly full of shit. And some of you guys fall for it because as far as you're concerned, you think you know the company, whereas you don't know who the hell I am, some random guy. And I get that to a degree. But you have to understand, these companies are not your friend, and they never will be. How many of your trusted go-to YouTube reviewers rate this game poorly? How many mainstream media outlets reviewed it poorly? Do you realize just how egotistical and delusional you have to be to still run with this "they're just hating" theme? I've seen stories about people getting bullied into self-harm. I've seen stories about people getting doxxed and targeted harassed. I've seen the heavy censorship on Reddit. I have seen people that joked about the R word, as well as a few people that support targeted harassment and doxing get thanked in the credits of their own video game. The best case scenario, as far as I'm concerned, is that they're incompetent, and they have some of the worst management skills I have ever seen in this industry. When a multi-million-dollar company is at stake, you need to know who your community managers and your moderators are by vetting them. And I understand it's almost impossible to learn every single thing about somebody, but they were so goddamn lazy that they couldn't even be bothered to search the Reddit mods' Reddit history. You know it's just a matter of time before somebody that gets banned or censored is going to take it upon themselves to do just that. And what did he find? That the moderator joked about the R word more than once. I don't like when somebody digs something up from your past and shoves it in your face like 10 years later. I don't. But let's be honest with each other. There's a huge double standard. Some people expect others to live a certain way while they can just do whatever the fuck they want. And when they get caught, oh, I'm a changed man. Even though it only happened 2 years ago, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of people aren't. And how about all those people over the years that have lost their jobs, had their entire lives flipped upside down for less? You can blame the mod for having poor taste in jokes, okay, but you can't blame him for being in this situation. He didn't hand himself the keys. And moderator, if you happen to hear this, almost all the people that are willing to come to your defense on this believe in a statute of limitations, believe that somebody should have an opportunity to change themselves. If only 10% of this was happening with the Days Gone developers, you can bet your ass that there would be boycotts, the usual suspects out in force looking for blood. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I personally hold Volition responsible for a lot of this. Instead of de-escalating, they're escalating. We've already seen certain members of their inner circle following people who dox and target harass. They not only set the tone, they kept it going. When's the last time you've seen this kind of a divide in a community? When's the last time you've seen people using the word hater so much to address video game criticism? When's the last time you've seen a AAA studio try to dismiss criticism by calling it hate? It doesn't happen often if it does. I think they should be investigated by Deep Silver.